Hey guys, this is Tanner Smith. This is EDL 850, Case Study, Internet Use Violations. First slide here, Category 1, Problem Identification and Analysis. What is known? We do know Dr. Harvey has been a principal of Slaughter-Listino for 9 years. This school is in an affluent area in a large city. We know that families are well-to-do, and students have a lot of resources. Miss Tate is in her second year as a specialized science teacher, and Miss Tate is a well-educated teacher, having her master's degree and then some credits past that. And we also know she has some high expectations for students in her class. She teaches her methods are strict, and she teaches tough curriculum. Parents and students have complained about Miss Tate's classroom workload and instruction. And after a long weekend, Miss Tate found an email that led her to a Facebook page that depicted her in a negative manner and what she perceived to as a threat towards her. Dr. Harvey was made aware of the situation and explained that he would make hard copies and discuss the matter with the student Miss Tate is suspicious of and other students. And then Dr. Harvey is getting the help of the IT personnel to determine where the Facebook page, the email originated. What we need to know here is, are there any formal complaints made to the principal regarding Ms. Tate? Who made those formal complaints, and what might be included in those formal complaints? Does William Hall have a behavior record? Why is Ms. Tate suspicious of William Hall? Is there a reason for that? Maybe he has acted out in her classroom before or other classes. Next, what information did the Facebook page actually include, and was Miss Tate actually threatened? I think the information included in that and the language included in that document needs to be well vetted and looked at. Can the email be traced that was sent to Miss Tate? Was a possible school device used to create the Facebook page? And what are district internet use policies, and what is mentioned regarding cyberbullying in our district policies? Stated problem here, there are a few issues related to this situation. First and foremost, it's obvious that the problem is that the Facebook page has been created that includes, defamation and potential threats towards Miss Tate. Because of this, Miss Tate perceives that someone wants to kill her, and that's how she feels and doesn't feel safe because of that. Dr. Harvey has suggested various teaching strategies to help Miss Tate in the past in her instruction, but his suggestions have not been implemented well by Miss Tate. Therefore, that's probably what has led to, the dissatisfaction from students and parents in Miss Tate's class. Many students in Miss Tate's classroom are feeling stressed and are not pleased with the workload and instruction techniques. So all three of these are the problem with this situation. My plan of action here is, first and foremost, we've got to let administration know what's going on, let the superintendent know of the situation, what's being done to solve it. We also need to talk with district legal to determine steps to include law enforcement. If there is language in those documents that are life-threatening, I think law enforcement needs to be involved. We need to meet with the IT personnel to see if more information can be gathered from the email sent to Ms. Tate. Next, we're going to meet with Miss Tate to make sure she understands that the school supports her in this time. We know it's not an easy thing for her to go through, and we'll provide resources for her to feel safe during the situation. I also need to meet with the students mentioned by Miss Tate and other students involved in that class. And then provide needed resources to Miss Tate to improve her classroom environment and her methods for instruction to the students. And then I need to ensure students, stakeholders, and staff know school policies regarding bullying and harassment. By promoting the success of all students, we're effectively communicating with all the stakeholders. That's going to ensure that the school is providing a safe learning environment for staff and students. And working with everyone, Miss Tate and the students, and the other personnel involved within the school. Working together collaboratively to ensure and show everyone that having a safe learning environment is first and foremost in this situation. And then also providing Ms. Tate with the necessary professional development needed to improve her classroom experience for all students and promote a supportive learning environment. That's also promoting the success of all students by ensuring that our teachers are well educated in pedagogy, content, and methods and strategies to properly educate the kids in that area. What I was thinking during this, I was thinking, what strategies did Dr. Harvey suggest to Ms. Tate? Why weren't they working? Were evaluations done to discuss the instruction methods with Ms. Tate? How much time was actually being spent with her to mentor her from Dr. Harvey? And I'd like to know why William Hall was accused by Ms. Tate. I think we need to understand if there's been other issues in that class, if there's been referrals by other teachers on William Hall, or what's going on there. Then next, are policies current, and are they included in the necessary handbooks? And do students cover this information? Do staff know this information? Do other stakeholders know this information? From personal experience, I know some information is not published, and it makes it pretty difficult to communicate what's really needed within the school and what the rules are and what aren't. So are these policies being published where all stakeholders know what they are? Is a mentorship program utilized for new teachers like Ms. Tate? A lot of benefits can come from a mentorship program and being able to help new teachers transition into a teaching role. And then next year I was thinking, what is the evaluation process in the school for new teachers? Is it a 1-year cycle, 2-year cycle, 3-year cycle, or 3-year evaluation? What's going on, and how frequent is that? Is that happening every semester, every 9 weeks, once a year, and so forth? I was feeling Miss Tate needs to know that I, as the principal, care for her well-being, and the school will provide the necessary resources for her to feel safe in that situation. She needs to know that we're taking the necessary steps and involving the correct people to get this problem solved. Next, I was feeling that professional development opportunities are needed for Miss Tate and maybe for other staff to improve classroom instruction and to ensure that policies and procedures are known. Next, policies regarding internet use and cyberbullying may need to be updated, or students may need a refresher with that information, or possibly our district needs to publish that information on the school website or somewhere for all stakeholders to be able to see. And then also, Miss Tate should have been evaluated and mentored better throughout her first 2 years. I think a lot of the issues that is going on now could have been avoided if Dr. Harvey would have been mentoring her, or provided her a mentor and been evaluating her and walking through her classroom more frequently. I do value Dr. Harvey's support of his teacher and his quick decision making to include the IT personnel and other personnel to get to the bottom of the situation. A good administrator has to have the back of his employees and of his teachers, and the teachers need to understand that the principal is going to support you in times of need. I also valued the students' feelings regarding how Ms. Tate was teaching the class. Other stakeholders and administration probably does not get the entire story all the time, and so we need to be visible leaders in those classrooms so we can see what's going on and have a better idea of how our students are learning, and maybe strategies that can be implemented to improve their learning. Some unresolved issues here that still probably need dealt with is the evaluation process and the mentorship program. If there's not one established in this district, then something needs to be developed to help incoming teachers. And then also our evaluation process probably needs to be looked at again. Maybe we're not using the correct program, or maybe we're not using the correct walkthrough strategies to effectively help our teachers. And then classroom curriculum. If students are so unhappy, is Miss Tate teaching to standards? Are there standards involved with these special science classes? And what can we do as far as standards go to help her teach this curriculum in a more effective manner? And then strategy implementation. We need to use research-based strategies to help teachers implement or teach students whatever topic it may be. So making sure that we have research-based strategies to implement and the teachers are well versed on those strategies. Category 5 here, reflection of Standard 5, which is an education leader at the building level applies knowledge that promotes the success of every student by acting with integrity, fairness, and in an ethical manner. For component 1, integrity, definitely communicating with the necessary individuals to ensure safety of Miss Tate and following the cyberbullying and harassment policies and procedures, I think demonstrates integrity and promoting success of all students through that. Component 2 for fairness, discussing the situation with the students and providing resources for Ms. Tate to help her develop a more productive classroom environment. We're not accusing anyone here. I think we're providing pretty fair process here to help the success of all students. And then also helping Ms. Tate with what she needs to be a better teacher. And then component 3 here, ethical manner. Once again, not accusing individuals. I think it would be highly unethical to, Miss Tate accused William Hall of possibly doing this, and if you go right in and accuse them of something they may not have done, I think that's an unethical thing. And involving all necessary parties to adequately solve the problem. This is not just a one-person job. This is not just the principal's responsibility. There are people here that can help, and collaboratively we can resolve this issue together. And then last here, ensuring that district policies are accurate and published for all stakeholders. Communicating those policies and procedures is the ethical thing to do, and making sure everyone is well informed of what's going on in the school. Here are my resources and a little quote to end it. A leader takes people where they want to go, and a great leader takes people where they don't necessarily want to go but ought to be. And as future administrators, I think we all have the responsibility to push teachers and students out of their comfort zone to achieve a higher standard. Certain teachers, me being one, have been set in our ways, and as administrators we need to find ways to encourage and motivate those teachers to reach and go beyond what they currently do, and try to improve their instruction and the methods they use to further educate the students. So that's the case study. Thank you.